So, I'm Rob Tillman. I've typically introduced myself as being from California. So, hi, I'm Rob from California. It doesn't matter where I'm in the world, everybody wants to visit Southern California. It gives them a touch point. Also, I introduce myself as, hi, I'm Rob from London. And I know I don't sound like it, but I've been here 20 years. So that's probably my two biggest go-to introductions. But where did it start? So it started with Microsoft. I knew when I was a naval officer, I knew people in Seattle that worked for Microsoft, and they were like, hey, Rob, you should be a Microsoftie. And I was like, yeah, but I live over by, if anyone's ever been to Seattle, I live over by the Space Needle, and Microsoft was literally like 2 hours and 15 minutes away back then by travel. And I'm like, I'm not traveling that far across the lake every day, like Washington. And they knew that I had lived overseas in Japan, and they always talked about living overseas again. They said, we've got positions open in London. I'm like, oh, fantastic. So I went to work, I interviewed and went to work for Microsoft in London. Strangely, I see a thread that runs through that. Everything's tied to outcomes, everything's tied to solution. It's all built around software and services. You can't, in my view, you can't successfully make the client happy around software unless you have the services and consulting that wrap it together. I've always wanted to be end-to-end in that regard. What makes a great salesperson today? I don't think that's changed. The core factors for success for sales, the number one category, the number one consideration when I look at this is fearlessness. It's not being afraid to pick up the phone, to talk to people in real life, to speak at engagements, to be engaged. Fearlessness. Fear creates doubt. Doubt creates barriers. Barriers create stoppage, and stoppage leads to failure. Second factor is discipline. Putting in the work when you don't feel like it. Now, smashing it. So smashing it, crushing it, being one of the top salesperson, being one of the top three, that's empathy and communication. Abylon, it's the right size, very high quality resources, and we can differentiate ourselves both on Microsoft and Databricks by high quality resources. And the other thing is, what do people know us Abylon for? Is being able to deliver on-time delivery with measurable outcomes. So I look forward to more on-site presence. It's how we can really start to differentiate ourselves. So the UK is an amazing opportunity for Abylon because we can start to establish ourselves on-site and take advantage of just the size, scale, and growth of the UK market. I see great things coming out of the UK market. It's really a natural fit for us. And not only that, we're not the first ones to try and do it. There's companies who've done it out of Ukraine. There's companies that have done it out of Poland. So let's fast follow that and get it done.